Welcome to Northwynd 2, Episode 3. In this episode, I'm going to be doing the captives in the Cerulean Hills on R1. Level 3. I have enjoyed using the wolf. The wolf has died a few times since my last episode, but it's definitely been handy having the wolf out. One of the things that's really nice is that as of the update 38 changes, you now have 3 uses of the resurrection of the wolf per rest instead of just 1 as before. Another great thing is when you die, you don't lose hit points and spell points like you used to. So that was a really great change. So there's really no penalty to having the wolf out, other than it might die a lot, especially if you're doing higher skulls. But still using the wolf for now. After last episode, I did, last episode was Dirks. I did it again on Elite and Hard to try to get a Muckbane. Didn't pull it. By that point, I was pegged up against level 4. So I took 3, and then I came out here and did Where There's Smoke, and that was a challenge. Those mobs hit really hard. It took me 17 minutes to solo it on R1, which is, that's not bad, I think, on the second lifer. And then I did Waterworks 1 and 2. Experienced my 3rd death in Waterworks. I went in cap and couldn't stabilize, even though I had my wolf alive right there. I think the wolf actually saved me because there were 2 mobs on me and the wolf ended up killing them. It's too bad the wolf doesn't have like a lick wounds option to stabilize you. It's really sad when your wolf's standing right over you and you're trying to stabilize and you're just bleeding out and you die. But luckily it happened in the shrine room. So let's take a look at where things are. We'll pull up the enhancements first. I got Call Lightning. How awesome is that? So happy that the SLA is removed down a tier. Before we wouldn't have gotten that till level 6, but now as of update 38 we can get that at level 3. Only up to the first 2 tiers of it though. So that'll be the next action point I spend once I get to level 4. And I also picked up the Elder of Winter. I might, maybe just skip that for now, because I'm not going to be using the winter stance. I'm just going to be using summer stance probably for most of heroics. But then again, I'll need to spend that so I can get Wellspring at level 6. So I'll be picking it up eventually anyways. We'll see if we need that point somewhere else and I'll spend it. But basically it's just the Call Lightning that's new for this episode. Call Lightning is one-shotting or nearly one-shotting a lot of mobs for me so far at this point, which is really nice on R1. I've only been doing R1. So it's really strong, really nice to have at level 3 instead of level 6, and really helpful in these lower level Reapers. Before Reaper mode, like when I was doing Northwynd, the first series, I would have done a quest like this at level 5. This is a level 3 quest on normal, therefore 5 on elite, and the old elite streaking was to do this at level 5. Well, in Reaper mode, if you want to get maximum Reaper XP, you got to get used to doing these quests on Reaper mode at base normal levels. That means level 3 for this one, which makes it even harder because it's 2 levels below what we were doing before, on top of the fact that it's Reaper mode and harder, so it's like a double whammy. It's definitely an adjustment. And there's still a lot of people running quests on Reaper mode, but at the levels they were when they were elite streaking. When you do that, you lose 50% of your Reaper XP. So if you're going to be Reaper questing, you really need to get into the habit of running quests at their base normal level. Otherwise, you're really letting go of a lot of Reaper XP, and that loss will add up over time. So get used to running quests at their base normal level is my advice. Let's see. On the feat side, I took Quicken Spell. In my build post, I say, if you're not going to be Reaper questing, you could put Quicken Spell off till as late as level 9. I absolutely would not recommend taking it any later than level 9. But in Reaper mode, I take it as soon as possible, right here at level 3. Remember, you can apply all your meta magic feats to your SLAs for free, and now I have 3 of them. I've got my Produce Flame SLA, I got my Greater Creeping Cold SLA, or my Creeping Cold SLA, and my Call Lightning. All of those are quickened, maximized, and empowered for free. I also have the regular version of Creeping Cold loaded up. I don't have any metas applied to it. If I need a cheap spell to throw, that's a good one to throw. I cannot afford to maximize and empower that at this level, and even if I had it quickened, I might run out of spell points pretty quick. You know, the mana's pretty tight. But I do have Illyri, and I've already used her a couple of times this life to get her Divine Vitality. I said I wasn't going to go over the skills anymore because every level I'm just maxing out Concentration, Intimidate, Spellcraft, use Magic Device. I'm hopefully max out Balance, and if I have any remaining points, I'm going to put them in heal. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Let's see, on the spell side, like I said, I picked up Creeping Cold and Bull Strength. Bull Strength is something you can throw on your wolf and your summons as well if you have the mana, and it makes them a little bit stronger when they're fighting for you. I've got Summon Nature's Ally too. I like to bring out the Hyena. He trips, he's pretty cool. Let's see, what else? We'll take a look at the gear. It hasn't really changed much since last episode. I've really just, struggled to find something useful for most of these slots. Just something there that would provide some value. Definitely not where I'd like it to be, but hey. So on the necklace, it's still got the Necklace of Contemplation for the mostly for the False Life 10. Still got the Wisdom 1 Spell Focus Mastery there. UMD +1 spot. Just some medium armor here that has Healing Amp and Electric Absorption. I do like that because the lightning bolts that these kobold casters are throwing at this level range are pretty scary. So mitigating a little bit of that is nice. Got Spell Save Dodge 1 here. Ice Lore on the ring. This is a new item. The False Life is redundant though. That wouldn't stack with the False Life from the necklace. Feather Falling Boots. Glaciation and Spell Lore on the gloves. Fire Absorption on the ring, just couldn't find anything better. And Constitution 2 on the belt. Spell Sight 3 and Enchantment Resistance 1 on the cloak. And still the Runic Trinket here in the trinket spot. I do have a new scimitar. It's exactly like the last one I had, except this one's +2. And the shield is the same. Alright, let's head out to the quest. Alright, here I am, and we're going to be doing R1. Another piece of gear that I forgot to mention is the Minor Petrifying Runestones. You don't need any levels of crafting to be able to craft these level 3 versions, and I love these in Reaper mode. You can, if you got a stubborn champion or a caster or something like that, you can hit them with that and it petrifies them. And you can actually petrify, it's not flesh to stone, so you can petrify mobs that aren't even flesh, so like undead and golems, for example. And throughout heroics, there are different tiers of these. There's level 3, 8, 13, and 17 versions every time the DC steps up by 5. And it's a decent DC. It doesn't hit every time, but it's good enough. It's definitely worth using. And like I said, if you get a champion or something, you can hit them with that, and it helps to add a little bit of crowd control. And it's really great if you can get everybody in your party to use those. I just love them in heroic Reaper questing. There are some other rune stones. I don't particularly care for the other ones. They're all on the same cooldown, so you can't carry all the different types, and spam all 3. It's just, like I said, they're all on the same cooldown, and I think the Petrifying Runestone one is the best. You can't even spam that because it's a pretty long cooldown, but I do find them helpful. So here I'm just going to jump down and avoid that stuff across the bridge. Ooh, orc champion. Yeah, these orcs, they hurt. There's no doubt about that. Let's see if Ouzo's up. There's a collectible back here and a possible rare ooze. I don't see a chest though, so he is not up. One piece of gear that I would have liked to have had this level is the level 3 versions of the Cloak of Flames and the Bracers of Wind. However, the challenge that you need to get the ingredients for those is they're level 4. So I can't do them yet, and I wanted to do them. I made a note to do those like after I epic reincarnated when I had gone back to 20, but the highest CR that you can do those challenges on is 15, so if I take a 20 in there, I'm going to be losing like 90% ingredients, and I would have had to run it a ton of times. I could have made like an iconic or something, but you know, like I said, I didn't want to spend a ton of time farming stuff for this tune beforehand. You know, I already spent more than I wanted to, so I figured I'll just get it at level 4, you know. Oh, there's a carny. Woo! Yep, these orcs do hurt big time. And this is not the first time I found myself in this position. Go, Mirage, go. Oh, that's just wrong. Well, the shrine's right here. Dying is a part of Reaper mode. If you're going to be doing Reaper questing, you better get used to dying. You know, in the old days, when the game was too easy, you know, once you had some past lives and some experience under your belt, you could blow through these quests. But in Reaper mode, they're going to get you. Just a matter of when. End up going through all the rest of my potions this quest. And this is my second 100 stack, so this life so far I've gone through almost 200 of those Cure Serious Wounds pots. I think I bought another 100 stack when I was down to like 17. Uh-oh, wolf. Oh, that reminds me, I meant to pick up Charm Animal for this. Yeah, that's what I need. So I can do that at that shrine. my frame rate kind of sucks when I get the video recorder going. It runs fine when I don't have that going, but once I start recording and live streaming, it starts to slow way down. So I recently started streaming on Twitch, and one of the things I said is once I raise enough money, I'm going to get a new graphics card and hopefully produce some better quality videos. You know, some smoother videos. We'll see. I'm sure that that the Twitch stream through people cheering and through the subscriptions will raise enough money. I figure like a $200 graphics card should be able to get a decent one, and I just don't know if it's gonna take me, you know, a month or two to get that, to raise that, or if it's gonna take me 6 months. We'll see. But I've been having a lot of fun streaming on Twitch. And we've been doing it almost every day since I started the Twitch channel about a month ago. Of course, I have a feeling that by the time I post this episode, it's gonna be like 2 months since I started streaming. Fear Reaper. I need him dead, and then I'm going to use that shrine. Archivist necklace for some extra spell points. Thank you. Can raise the wolf. Doesn't matter whether or not we have his soul stone. Doesn't matter where the wolf is. You can hit it. Ooh, I need to summon a hyena. And give it bull strength. Oh, damn hyena. I did not want him to run off. Lost that hyena, damn it. Pull out another one. Even though the summons may not live very long, remember, when they're taking hits, you're not. Stoned him with the petrifying rune stone. Forgot to pick up charm animal. Damn it. I was going to charm these wolves right here. There's a collectible over there, but it'll spawn a couple mobs. So I think I'm going to skip it for now. If the Call Lightning doesn't take him out, then, you know, the round all 3 SLAs typically takes a mob out, but not necessarily. The wolf is over there still trying to chew on Mirage's Soulstone. That's another reason that summons can be nice, because even when they're dead, sometimes they'll hold a mob's aggro, if not, you know, for a few seconds, for, you know, maybe like 30 seconds. And that can be nice, just to have mobs out of your hair for a little while. Sometimes doorways can make really nice choke points to fight at, and it can limit, you know, your exposure to mobs, sometimes down to just a single mob that's in the doorway, or maybe a couple. But that can be a really nice way to use your environment to control groups of mobs, is to get them into a choke point, and a doorway is a real common and easy choke point to use. Let's go ahead and pull out a hyena before I rest. And we'll give Mirage Bull Strength and the hyena Bull Strength. Then we'll rest. I have 1 potion of Cure Series left. I think I still have that 17 stack I said. The 19 stack, yep. Okay, so I'm not out. I was down to 19 when I bought that new 100 stack. And you can get those from, a few different places, but not in the market. You actually have to go to, like, Liquid Charm in House K or some of their houses or other vendors that don't sell potions of Cure Serious in the market. Adventures pack, and make sure you get all the breakables. Do we have Ransack? Mischief. Get up and fight, you bum. It's a Vandal. I have to go get some of those breakables on the other side of the boss. Okay, we'll throw down our little weeds here. crowd control. Some more weeds. I'm gonna run over here and get these breakables. Probably die in the process. And I just heard ransack go off. Oh damn, a light bear. Don't need him running around all Willie Nelson. Get up and fight. You too. And you. Whew, that was close. One death. You know, Reaper quests are tough. But there you have it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. And if you have any questions about my build, you can respond to my build post in the Druid forums.